All right. I think we're up and running. It's Tuesday. The traders are back in the office. We should see a bit of volatility. And let's get it on. Anybody joining me? Just hit me up in the chat. I know it's hard to get started. We might as well just call this early Monday morning. But what are we looking at? We're looking at the ISM, and if you hit my early morning report, you would have heard all about it. But yeah, we want to see that number come in a little light and getting lighter. And yeah, bad news is good news for the market these days. I think this little grind up is an expectation of this number, and then we're going to see more weight on the market after that. How are we looking? We're looking all right. This looks like it needs no. It's expanded. This is. It looks short. It looks short. Nope, that's the whole market. Okay, feeling good. Feeling good. I think we're streaming live now. Let's have a look. Now. Yeah, I'm streaming. I like streaming, because streaming can make you mine. All right, so I'm getting to the work right now. I'm looking at the 5. You know what? I'm taking a better look at my 30-minute. That's what I want to see what's going on. Get in on this 30-minute. Yo, you know what? We got that hammer. We could look for a break of that. We broke the hammer. We're going to open up above the hammer. We're going to open up and probably close that gap pretty quick. That's what I'm thinking. I got a hammer on the 60-minute. Got a hammer on the 120. Hammer. We're going to break the hammer and close it. That's what I'm thinking. What are we calling for? 26 up. So we're at about 350. Yeah, we're challenging this gap right here. There's probably some congestion right there. Well, we're not really. I'm ahead of myself. Oh, that gap right there. That gap back there we're challenging. Then we might challenge that. This is all resistance we're going to have. We're going to, if we stay up in here, we're an inside bar. I'm expecting a pullback to close that gap. Could be setting up a daily bear flag, which we already have a bear flag, actually. We break yesterday's low today, and we're making a further move down. Everybody's kind of feeling this is it. You know, that sell-off, I'm thinking that sell-off was all about Putin. Putin. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so I'm neutral right now. I'll watch what it does. I'm kind of feeling like we're going to close that gap. I might look to play that gap. Feeling a little negative about the whole thing. I'm still looking good over there. I like that. It's going to probably fucking tank in the morning. NASDAQ futures up 68. Dow's up 179. Amazon, Apple, the Goog. Everybody's green. Nothing aggressive. Tesla's up $2. Nothing aggressive. I think the feel is pretty consistent out there. Russell's up 12. All the markets have basically the same sentiment. Everything's up like 0.5% right now. No one stronger than the other. Maybe the Russell's the strongest. And that looks like it's selling off into the open. No, we still got a half hour before we get it on. Let's get it on. Sugar, let's get it on. So let's watch. Oh, what do we got up here? Can we do it easily? We can't do it easily, so there's nothing to watch. I'm going to take a quick look at the news, see what CNBC is bitching and moaning about. You know what? While I'm hanging out, and nobody's really talking to me, too, I think I'm going to see what I could do about getting this connected up. It's always a pain in the ass first thing in the morning. That's off. That's cool. I love you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this Bluetooth thing is such a pain in the ass. Looking for device. Yep. It's just giving me a hard time. Uh-huh. Come on, just link up. And it's usually, let's see something. I'm having software conflicts. Nothing new going on in the market. Nothing really to talk about. Looks like the rain's subsiding. I'm getting some torrential rains down here. Mm-hmm. That didn't work. What to do, what to do, what to do. There's just nothing that I see here. Let's get this down to a 30-minute chart. We like to open up the markets at 30 minutes. Really not a whole lot going on that we could talk about. Nobody chatting with me. Alone but not lonely. Where the real traders at? That's a nice dump. Here we go. All right. There we go. We get everything fired up right now. All right, we got that open. Artificially inflating Bed Bath & Beyond stock price. It seems like every time the market slams a company, everybody's looking for wrongdoing. It's like Hoover. It's a nice short week, but market looks positive going into the open, man. We'll just see how it does when people start hitting it. Oil popped up a little bit. I didn't even look at bonds this morning. Bonds look like they're going to push up. Got a bear flag on the daily on the U.S. bonds, and we're right on the support. Bond prices, that is. So it looks like bond prices are going up, so interest rates might be easing down a little bit. But well, we'll have to see how the day goes. I mean, we have a bear flag there, and it's got a trigger. And that's a bear flag into a support, which is usually a pretty nice trade. So that might be a good move to the downside. A good move. Let's take a look at those dailies. That's going to pop my chats out. So if anybody is listening, and I'm not chatting, that's because I'm looking at the charts. Things are moving a little slow too. $9:45. We got some reports, so I wouldn't jump into any transactions at the open. Mm-hmm. No, it looks like I got some people chilling, but got some views. No chats. People just stopping in. How to trade live. Thanks for the likes and the views. Got some quiet folk out there, I guess. All right. So yeah, obviously no action until the market starts. But I'm looking at the daily. I mean, the daily's oversold. The 60-minute and the 30-minute are pretty much fair value. 60 minutes fair value. 30-minute was oversold on the close. That's going to all change once the open happens. That was a big swing that day. What was the trading range on that on Friday? Yeah, we got a 100-point trading range. Very aggressive for the S&P. Actually, S&P's been very aggressive since November. Those algorithms will probably keep it swinging. I don't see a whole lot of folks coming into the market. Everybody's just kind of sitting back, waiting for it to subside, calm down a little bit. Calm down. Again, 9:45. We got PMI. 10 o'clock. We got ISM. So that's what we're going to be watching for. No, it looks like I might be having a little problem with the chat. I don't see my messages popping up. You guys might be hitting me up, and I'm not getting them. No, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Oh, there go the markets. Dropping. Let's see if I could check out the chat there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the chats. Look at that. All the chats I'm sending, I'm not seeing. Oh, man, they got Valinsky at the opening bell. He's got to be doing it remotely, man. I doubt this cat left his country. Yeah, I'm not seeing my chats. I don't see any chats on that, though. Hey, good morning there, Mr. Simpson. Good morning, Anthony. Yeah, I'm getting it. Oh, I'm getting it here. This is really delayed. Wow, wow, wow. I got Anthony's good morning. I don't see Brian's good morning. Yeah, this is funny. That's on the other software that I'm using. Got Ulinsky talking on CNBC right now. Nope. No, I just got Brian Simpson's good morning pop in. Oh, there it is again. Okay, you hit me twice. It's working. Good morning. Oh, there it is right up there. All right. Yep. It looks like it's coming together, folks. Glad to hear. So, yeah, Ulinsky's talking. And the markets are pulling back a little bit into the open here. What do we got? We got about 40 minutes. Yeah, they got aggressive and pulled back into the open. So I'm getting rid of this nonsense that I'm looking at. Oh, that's it, boy. That's it. And I'm not jumping right in. All right, we're up. Yeah, the Russell's turning around. Oh, no, it's bouncing around. All right, we're not going to jump right in. Actually, we got those reports out at 9:45, so it's kind of silly to get in there. Maybe we snatch a quickie. Oh, these are 30 minutes. Damn. We all rise to the level of our own incompetence. Yeah, I'm in now. Okay, cool. Nasdaq's pushing up. Russell's giving us a hard time right here. All right, I'm out on one. Oh, that's a nice hit too. Yeah, I got 200 on that first contract. I'm taking my second off right here. We're getting a little overbought. I got 250 on my second, and I'm at a break even. I don't know if that's gonna work out for a run. We the reason I took it is we got we hit that resistance right there and we retraced, and the Russells took a nosedive. I'm out. I got nothing substantial on the second one. So the Russell took a nosedive. The Dow took a nosedive. So we got 200, 250, and 50. What time do we have? 9:32. Not bad for 2 minutes. We picked up $500. Averaged 250 a contract. If you did 1, 1, and 1, you picked up about $500. If you're familiar with my trading, I do it in units of 3. Take what you want. I won't tell you what my units consist of, but if you did 3 contracts, you take off 1, 1, and 1. This way you always got a little something in the bank. Oh man, we broke my damn trend line. Wanted that to break during regular trading hours. VIX is at 25. See if we make VWAP. Yeah. Looks like the stream is far behind. Well, maybe not. You said it's 9:32, and that was right. Yeah. Yeah, the chat's behind, but I'm looking for a break of that low to close the gap. I'm going to take that break of the low. Yeah, I'm just watching for that break. Damn. Look at that 5 o'clock. That's a nice tombstone. That's a good set. That 5 minute rather. That's a good setup. And that's the low, which I'm actually watching on the 30 minute. The momentum looks pretty bullish. We're really just an inside bar. We did a pop on that 30 minute hammer. And what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We're slightly over sold on the daily. Fair value on the 60, fair value on the 30. Momentum looks bullish on most charts. Feeling bullish. Let's see what we do. We're just going to chill. Let's get these spreads set. So what do you say, fellas? We walk away. We made a few bucks. We walk away for the day. $174, $238. See if we can get that bitch off. We get a bounce. Give me another bounce. Nah, it looks like we're selling off, girls. Yeah. All right. Oh, you gave a push-up, huh? Scared me out. Oh, I didn't do a lot of work I had to do this morning. Wow. I'm still, I mean, we're an inside bar on the 5 minute. I'm really waiting for a break of that tombstone. Now, you know what? I'm going to log these trades later. I keep missing trades when I'm logging. Let's go out at 110 on this bitch. Looks weak, looks weak, looks weak. Come on, give me the money. Oh, there you go. It's heading for that low. On the 30-minute, I mean, you could have gotten aggressive and taken this break right here. I'm waiting for that 5-minute trade. I want more money than 500 bucks. There we go. Now we just need a little more. Oh, yeah, the NASDAQ supporting it. The Dow is about to break the low. Come on, break. Russell's down. Yeah, we making the money. I'm taking one off right here. I'm looking for 27 on my second. I haven't moved my stop. My stop's still up here. I'm going to move my stop below, right to this high right here of 38. So I took my first 200 a contract. And that's always my first goal. I just want to knock away 200 a contract on my first goal. Yeah, come on, come on. How you looking? I'm starting to load up my orders to get out. Let me see that 2709. I'm taking that right there. I'm out. Nope, my first one was 100 a contract. I'm sorry. I got $1.50 on the second piece. So I'm risking 100 a contract right now. 100 and a half. Whatever I made on this trade, I'm going to just hold as my risk. I'll end up break even on this trade if I get popped out. I'm going to see if I can get this bad boy to run. Although we're getting extended on the 30. Yeah, but that Dow looks, the Dow's pushing down, the NASDAQ's pushing down. We're about to go negative on the composite. We're about $1 away from that. I bet the Dow goes negative. Yeah, I'm leaving this bitch alone. Letting it run. I got enough in the bank today that I don't mind the risk. I got a target at about 910. Getting a little retrace on the NASDAQ. I don't think it's going to hold. Dow looks like it's setting up a bear flag. Russell's bouncing a little bit too. I guess these are gap closes. Gap fills. No, that's not what that is. Where's that target? Another 40 points down. S&P can't quite go negative. Do I run? Nah, we're gonna let him. Oh, look at that. That's pretty strong retrace. Still looking like a downtrend. We're gonna let it go. I'm watching the composite. Looks like composite's pushing back up. Probably make that head and shoulders. I think we're gonna retest that low. The S&P closed the gap and then bounced off of that. We're just letting this position go. I'm risking that $1.50 per contract that I netted. That's my average, 150 a contract. I took off 2 units. I got 1 unit still working. See if I can't make something out of that. Yeah, some people call the tombstone a shooting star. That's if you're looking at the 5-minute chart, you get that long tail. You know, after a run up, you get that long tail and a body below it. Hey, Tommy, what's going on? Good morning. There we go. Now we're going back in the right direction. Yeah, Dow's coming down, and it's testing the low. It looks like oh, I'm at a loss. A bullish divergence on the Nasdaq. Yeah, it looks like it might close out as a bullish divergence. Yeah, I'm taking my last contract off right here. I'm starting to see that bullish divergence on the triple Qs. Getting a little rollover on that 5-minute, but you know what? I'm just gonna squeeze my stop to a break even. At least I'll walk away with $1.50. Nah, you know what? I'm taking it off. I'm sorry for the indecisiveness. I'm taking it off. So I picked up $2.50 on that last contract. So talking in units of 3, and just we'll just keep it 1 contract per unit. Everybody just do what your size is. I mean, you could do 2 contracts per unit, 3 contracts, 10 contracts, whatever you guys are comfortable, and don't worry about what I'm doing. So we talk, yeah, you know, let's say if you're trading with Dave, you're trading with a minimum of 3 contracts. And what'd we do? We did 500 so far for the day, and we did 500. Oh, look at that! Ha! We did $1,000 so far for the day. Oh, your sister's ass! There it is. Everything's turning around. All right. So I'm looking at that trend line. Let's see if we break that trend line. I think we're going to test that. I think we're going to get that 906. See, it's tagging and then bouncing off. There's like no, the momentum is not there. It's flirting with it, but it keeps kicking back. I don't see anything turning around though. I might have shorted myself again. It's not very aggressive. Yeah, I mean, I'm even watching the Qs, the triple Qs, and they just keep kicking back. Although that Russell is pretty heavy, and that Russell's a good leader. Yeah, I think it's just going to grind its way down to that 906. Drat. 916 is your next resistance. Starting to see a little oversell on the 5-minute at this point. Well, we're scalping. That certainly is a scalp, right? In and out bank. There it goes. Here comes the 916. And we're showing a little oversold. We'll probably get a little bounce around here. I'm just sorry I didn't stay in it. Drat. Yeah, and there it is. It hit it. Hit the. It's bouncing off of the support right now. Did I say resistance before? 917.12. The support is 16.49. I mean, for the 60 cents. It's a strong retrace on the NASDAQ right now. At least it's pushing up pretty aggressively. We still got 20 seconds before that bar closes. Everything could change. The picture could change, which is changing right now, just as aggressively. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. We'll get them on the next one. I bet we get at least 2 or 3. Well, we got 2 trades off today. Walk away making money. Can't complain about that. Yeah, that the NASDAQ closed with a good initiative on a bounce. Dow looks kind of heavy right here. Russell's just consolidating a little bit on very short-term accounts, charts. And we're dancing around for this next resistance. Man, I wish it would have held out. I was out at like 24, went to 17. 7 points. I mean, it's 350. Would have been a nice, clean trade, a nice technical trade if I held out. It would have been pretty. It looks like I'm feeling that 106. So watch for the break of this low. And we break that minus support right there. Should be heading for 106. NASDAQ's losing its initiative, but the momentum does look rather bearish. It could grind here and then reverse. What time is it? Oh, you know what? We had that 9:45 report. Let's take a peek. Where are you? I forgot about that. I jumped in front of that too. Wow. Yeah. Whoa. All right. Non-manufacturing. Oh, that's out at 10. But the PMI came in lighter than expected, and the global composite PMI came in lighter than expected. That's good. I mean, yeah, it'll spur the fears. That of recession, but it indicates that Powell is doing what he's got to do. So, all right, I'm not taking any trade, tell you the truth, right now, because we have the ISM, which is a major indicator, at 10 o'clock. So I'm just going to sit on my hands, see what happens with that. That's going to dictate the direction of the market. That's what this choppiness is. I thought really was just losing the initiative to go down, but really, you got 8 minutes to the ISM. And that's what people are looking for. ISM. Russell's looking heavy though, man. And there's a break of that resistance right there. That support. I'm sorry I keep doing that. There's a break of that support. And looks like we're heading for the 906. I didn't take the trade. I don't like to trade ahead of news. Look at that 30-second chart. It's just a slow grind down. Yeah, everything turned negative now. Yeah, we're heading to that at 9:06. No, that would have been a nice trade if I stayed in it. Fuck. Still short one. Good for you, man. I'm glad you held out. Yeah, I jumped out too quick, man. That's a good target. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, you don't have to catch every penny. I mean, this was a good trade for you. You made money. It's a good trade. Wait for the next setup. There's always another setup around the corner. I didn't jump back in either, man. And I'm sitting here calling the target 9:06, 9:06, 9:06. I'm out at 9:24. But I didn't jump back in. I looked around, and for the same reason, because yeah, you do jump back in, get whipped out, turn a winning day into a losing day. So I won. I'm ahead. I didn't perform as well as I like to on each trade, and that's how I look at it. And so I keep that in the back of my head for the next trade. And it's about my performance. It gets beyond finding a trade that makes money, and now it's just refining your performance. And it's also Tuesday. You're back after the weekend, so your vibe is off. I mean, you don't turn this shit off and turn it back on, and you're a superstar. I mean, I usually trade slow on Mondays just to get myself back in the field, back in, just connect with the market, get the language. It's all very zen. Yep, that's it. And that's why I take it in units. That's why I do it in units. So I'm always taking something out of the market. It's positive for my psyche. I mean, even if it whips back and I'm out at a break even on my last piece, I banked 200 a contract, or I banked 300 a contract. So, pretty quick. Today, I banked. That's 250. Yeah, 250. All right, cool. Right away I banked. 200 a contract real quick on the first trade, and then I banked 100 a contract real quick on the second trade, and then it ground out. So, I mean, on three contracts, the trade would have made $500 twice. I mean, if I was a little guy trading, I made $1,000 for the day. How many little guys get to say that? How many door dashes are saying they pulled in $1,000 for the day in the first 10 minutes of their workday? So that's good doing, man. Yeah, that's good doings. Don't get greedy. Um, yeah, that's cool. Well, I didn't bank 1,000, man. Yeah, I was bearish. So when I'm bearish, I went heavy. Yeah, But I mean, that's where you get first. Get everything rolling right. And then once everything's rolling in the right direction, then you start increasing your position, and when you can do 30 contracts, you're making some serious money. Then you could come hang out at my hunt club. You're making the money. I forgot to take a trade on this fucking account. Why am I sleeping? I'm asleep at the wheel, girls. I gotta open this bitch up first thing in the morning. I'm like so out of the game, it's unbelievable. Like, there goes a little bounce. We should get a midday rally. Actually, I think I'm even gonna put this trade out. I doubt I can get that again. It's got to get pretty aggressive. Oh, turned around. Wow, that NASDAQ is whippy. Whippy, whippy, whippy. Actually, what we should do is roll it over to here. There you go. That looks a little better. Strong bounce off the 3908. You only have 4 right now? Yeah. That real estate is important. If you're trading the SPX, you should keep your eye on the composite. Because the SPX is not going to come down unless the composite tanks, which it's breaking the low right now. Take this break. I'm 1 off right now. Am I recording this? Yep. Okay, cool. I'm 1 off. I don't even have a further target, man. The report came out, and I mean, I'm really having a hard time finding a good target down here. You know, really, if I look at the daily, I'm looking at 37.95 right now. I'm one off. I'm about to take my second off. I've got my second off right now. I mean, that one was for 10 points. Wow, I got 500 a contract on that last one. Yeah, I don't even know where my target is. I mean, it's just going down and I'm just making the money. Let's see. Let me look on this chart. It doesn't even go back far enough. What's my 30-minute look like? Yeah, I got nothing there too. Let's see if I update that data. All right, so I'm squeezing my stop. I got my stop at 103. I'm only got one contract left. I'm just staying right behind this 2-minute bar since this thing's getting parabolic. Wow, even 30 days back, I don't see. Am I back there? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Nope, that was the support. There we go. Now we got something. All right, I'm just going to trail this, really. I'm just going to trail the pivots and see where it goes, because I'm looking at 80. Looks pretty enticing. And then after 80, I'm looking at 61. So I'm just going to trail pivots on this last piece and see if I could get it down to that 61. So I got two off right now in this position. The first one was 200 a contract. The last one was 500 a contract. I tried to yell out, take this break. I don't know if anybody heard me, but the news was out and the market was tanking. We were breaking the lows. It was a good time to get in. Yeah, sorry, Ant. I hope you got in on it. Yeah, I took a break of the low. I mean, the only thing that was keeping me out of the market was waiting for that ISM, and that ISM was out, and it was cool because it didn't move right on the announcement. It bounced a little bit, gave us an opportunity to get in, but when it broke, yeah, I got in. Yeah, it broke that 240 trend line, which was really the 906. Well, Amazon's looking kind of heavy. Everything's looking heavy. Russell's still pushing down. The Dow bounced back a little bit, and that might be slowing our move. But the composite is pushing down aggressively. So yeah, have no fear. It looks like we're setting up a 5-minute bear flag, and I mean, I'm hoping that bear flag triggers. We have 2 minutes left to this bar, and then I'm going to move my stop down to that area, which is about 3,900, and hopefully play that flag. I'm in it right now, so I have one contract. I'm in it. I'm cool. I got my stop right now. I'm looking at the 2-minute chart, and I got my stop at about that 904 area. Yeah, no, I may consolidate right here, man. I mean, I'm protecting my downside, in at the 6 at 906, and I'm my stop right now is at the break even. I'm waiting for this flag to form. Got 40 seconds until that bad boy forms up. So I'm waiting for that flag to form. Doesn't look like it's going to give us that flag. It looks like it's going to break before. Oh, all right. We got 9 seconds. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And it's retracing a little bit. Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah, we don't make a higher high on this one. And if we, well, if here it goes, it looks like it's going to break. If it breaks, your stop should move to 99.86. Yeah, 99.86. And the break should be 93.55. That's what we want to see. It's having a hard time breaking it. It's going to tease us a little bit. Might even whip up a little higher. Yeah, actually the composite bounced a little bit, and that's why we didn't get that trigger. But it looks kind of top heavy, the composite. There it goes. Composite looks like it might be pushing down at this point. It's got a flag. It could trigger. There goes the trigger of this flag, I believe. Yep, there it is. All right, so I've moved my stop now to the 99.86. 99.36, I'm sorry. My stop is 99.36. And we're making that move down, 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 down. Yeah, we just closing all this shit up. $61 is a good number. 861 is a good number. We might freeze up a little bit at 84. We're getting oversold on the 5-minute. Let's take a look over here. 30 minutes slightly overvalued. 60-minute just went overvalued. Daily's extremely overvalued. I don't know if we'll get that move down. I've got my stop at the 99.36. I mean, that's still 5 points right there on that last piece. There she goes. Composite's pushing down. Dow's pushing down. Everybody's pushing down. Yeah, they're still talking about Europe's fucking winter. Looking at a little bounce right here on the composite. I'm not going to squeeze that stop anymore. I got a lot of money in the bank for this day, so I'm going to let this bitch ride. I got my break even on my last. I just have one unit left, and I got my break even at 99.36, and hopefully, I mean, I could drop down to the 2-minute and trail it there. I'm just going to trail it on the 5 and see if I can get into a 5-minute trend. I mean, really, the 30-minute is overdone. Should take it right here, really. What do we got? 15 minutes left on that. Yeah, I'm taking my third off right here. For 700. That was a nice one. Yeah, I knew it, man. Once everybody came back, we could start trading again. So that's pretty cool, man. If you did 3 contracts on that last trade, you should have walked away with 1,400. So yeah, you know, just doing 3 contracts, take all 3 trades. That's a $2,400 day. And we've been at it 45 minutes. And that's why we do this. So what'd you do? New low. I'm not at break even. Did you make any money on that move? Yeah, it's rough to make money on one contract, man. You know, that's hard. So you're trading the few options on the futures, apparently. If you were trading the futures, you should only need $500 a contract. That might give you the ability to do 2, and then you take one off at 200, bank, you know, $200, and let the second one run. You catch that runner on the second. You know, it's hard to make money on $100 on one contract. Not impossible. I mean, people do it all the time. You know, I mean, you just have to be patient and know that more trades than not are going to be break-even trades. You know, but when you hit that runner, it just adds that equity and helps you build towards being able to do 2 contracts. I mean, if you're going to be a purist, you really shouldn't trade with an account less than like 25, 30 grand. But I mean, how do you get to that 25, 30 grand if you're not in that position? So it's easy to be a purist, especially when you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth. But when you're a street guy, you got to figure out how to make a buck. Yeah, there she goes. She's pushing back down. I popped out of it. I just don't like the oversold, overbought. Got a lot of money on the table. I mean, really, there was no harm in staying in it. But I'm looking at extremely oversold on the 30. And it should have started to return right here. And it can't seem to catch its footing. So that's a very negative sign. Probably going to continue pushing down. But the daily's oversold. And once the daily gets extremely oversold, my rules say that that's it for me for the day. You know, I can't take another trade. at least not another bearish trade. If I could see a trend reversal on a bullish, which should happen in about 15 minutes, then I might be able to get in on a mid session reversal. And I could see some head and shoulders types patterns developing even on the 32nd. We got a nice one we could watch right here and try to take that trade. And that'll be the fun money. The funny. Where's my PR Yeti, man? That dude should be making some loot today. He's sleeping in. He's sleeping in. He's a good dude. I like when he makes money. And you know what? He never hesitates to show the gratis to the channel. Hey, by the way, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. You know, what we're doing here is trying to help people learn how to trade. So chat it up. There's no stupid questions. Anything you need to know, any clarity you need, you know, whatever tools you need to make some money in the market, I want to give them to you. So, you know, hit me up on the chat. Again, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. If you like what we're doing, spread the word. Here comes a bounce. And I'm in on that high. On break that. Come on, don't do that to me. I'm keeping a tight stop, man. I'm only risking a little bit of money because this is a counter trend trade, and I'm feeling like something mystical is going to happen, like it's going to rip, and we're going to close up for the day. But those are the feelings you want to suppress. It's a little too early for the retrace. I'm out. I'm out of it even. I'm not feeling good about the trade. I'm out of it even. Just the timing and everything. I mean, it did do that break. It should really fucking move 87 to 96. We should get about 10 points out of that push up, but I'm just not feeling good about it. The time's too soon. I could use 50K. You can send it right to my broker. Yeah, I'll get right on that, Ant. Yeah, it looks like the composite's popping up. Didn't quite break the high. I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling encouraged to take actually. You know what? I'm going to sit on my hands. It's getting more emotional than it is analytical. Yeah, so PR Yeti didn't show up. None of those Puerto Ricans. They're probably all sleeping. I guess it was Cervezas last night. I guess it's just white people who wake up in the morning. They ought to shut me down for that. Oh, now we got a bunch of fucking bozos on CNBC trying to explain the market. Yeah, look at that. See that trade? All right, good. I'm glad I got out of the break even. Looks like it's consolidating a little bit. We're at 21. We're getting close to that time that we should get that reversal. That 5 minute is, look at all those bottom tails on those 5 minutes. You know, that's looking pretty encouraging. But that 30 minutes very negative. And the 5 minute momentum is still pretty negative, pretty bearish feeling. Got Powell speaking on Wednesday, and I'm sure that's going to be that's going to be inhibiting to the market. So that's tomorrow, really. Oh, that's that. Yo, you got to love these 4-day weeks, man. Oh, really? Ha, yep. See that? Must have been the Puerto Rican parade day yesterday or something. Can your buddy cook? I like Puerto Rican food, man. It's like, I don't know, like a mix of South American and Caribbean, but I mean, they're obviously Caribbean, but the food is not like, the standard Caribbean. I guess it has that South American flair, but you can't really, it's not like a Mexican food or anything. It's really good. I like Puerto Rican food. Puerto Rican cuisine. And I'll tell you, man, there's not enough Puerto Rican restaurants out there. Yeah, this bitch is not bouncing. Ah, he burns water. That's too bad. Does he have a wife? Yo, when I was a kid, I was like 21. I was dating this Puerto Rican chick. She was like 26. And, oh man, I thought I was having sex before that. She was quite a lover. What's your plan if we break the low? Well, I'll tell you, man. I have a rule that if the market appears overvalued on the daily, then I just don't trade. And it does keep me out of some crazy moves because, I mean, sometimes when we get overvalued, there's some psychological issue going on in the market, and it just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, and I'm getting red bar, red bar, red bar, and I'm talking about my overvalued indicators. So yeah, I'm looking at it on the daily, but on the 5-minute, if you look at this chart right here where my mouse is swimming, you could see that red tab right there. That just shows me that it hits extremely overvalued, and this is on the 5-minute chart. And then yeah, it does this. It ends up consolidating. Sometimes it bounces back. So I'm looking at it on the daily, and that's where we're at, man. It's kind of looking like this bar on the daily. So, and we're in that environment right now. So actually, you can see that tab, which is the close. That tab on the daily is actually in the red. So I can't really trade. If I do, I'll break my rules, and that would make me a hypocrite, right? And we can't have that. So yeah, that's what I mean. I'll probably just watch it and lament that I have rules, but that's the nature of being a trader. That said, if I go back 3 months, 4 months, that rule has kept me out of a lot of trouble. So I've seen a lot of moves, aggressive moves down that I've missed, but if I net out what I missed and what I've been protected from, it's better that I follow my rules. And this is the bounce that I was looking for, but missed it because I was rapping with Anthony. So you owe me a burger, buddy. Oh, they just had a kid. I hope there's no women on this thing right now. But yeah, dude, that just ruins a vajayjay. I love the kid, but he's kind of a loser. How big a loser could the kid be? He was just born. What happened? Would he not come out? Won't share the afterbirth? Oh, do you mean the Puerto Rican guy? The father is a loser, and you're referring to him as a kid. 34 years old, lives in the parents' basement, never moved out, has a ton of money from a lawsuit that he got recently. Yo, he sounds smart to me if he's leaving the money in the bank. Oh, you make a good burger? Good. Open fire, man. We'll do it outside. That's interesting. We're popping up and testing that trend line that we broke. Probably going to come back up and test yesterday's low, which we're about 3 points away. See if it's a last kiss or what have you. I think 907 is going to pose a little resistance. Oh, man, no, that's rough. He's spending it. Oh, I thought he was like sitting on it until he's got some decent cash flow. Yeah, that's funny. Well, that's not really funny, but it's common. It's common. Yeah, I guess you missed this run up too because you're chatting with me. This is a good move. We should have picked up about 14 points if we took this. No, about 10 points. It's about to hit that 10-point mark. I think 907 is the target right here. Yeah. Yo, I could turn that 200K into a career. Set him up income account, little piece for trading, and that's it. The guy will never have to leave his house again. He could stay in the basement rest of his life, make $1 million. But that's common. I mean, you read about that all the time. Most lotto winners are broke. They have these fortunes, gold teeth, and no money. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? You're getting towards the time. You got to figure you get that mid-session reversal. That's a thing, so keep it in mind. And look at these bottoming tails, Ant. I mean, this bitch is screaming that it wants to come back. It keeps making these tails. You see those tails, that's a good indication that you're getting ready for a bounce, And then you watch your Mac Daddy. I mean, you could see the turn on the Mac Daddy right here. We should have taken this break right here, this 95.86. I probably would have jumped in on this hammer right here. Stopped down there, but it's too early. That's why we didn't do it. I actually did take that break, and I popped out of it because it was too early. Topping tails. Topping tails on what? I'm looking right down to a 30-second. I don't see topping tails. But I would look for a double top right here on the 30-second, or if you're trading a tick chart, look for a double top right there, and then you could take the break of the low of that pivot. Yeah, I think you kind of got a good feel for this too. I think your biggest problem is probably your risk management. Your stops. I bet you make money and then you lose it in 1 or 2 trades. Or your account is profitable and then you go negative in 1 or 2 trades, which is an easy problem to solve if you want to accept it and just stick to your rules. Like I said, I have that rule where if the day gets oversold, I just don't go short the day anymore. I'm not bearish on the day. If it gets overbought, I can't be bullish on the day. I could look for trades the other way, or just be willing to let the day go. And I'll bet that that is that's your demon right there. Your risk management rules. And not willing to let trades run without you, Because that's the biggest fear when people put in their stops and shit, Like they'll get whacked out and then see the stock go in the right direction. But if those are your rules, those are your rules. And the reason you make a rule is because over the long term, it pays off. Apple seems like it's trying to grind its way up. Yeah, composite looks like it's going to put in a little double top on this bounce. So that 30-second, watch that 30-second for a double top. You could even watch this pivot low right here for a break, and that's where you can go short. Let's see if the day is, I'm still oversold. I'm done for the day on the shorts. But you could watch this low, 986, 902. So 900.86. Watch that low for a break. Looks like we're putting in that double top on that 30-second. Yo, not a bad day though, man. Just if you're trading 3 units of one contract, so 3 contracts, you should have walked away with $2,400 today. Liz Truss becomes Britain's new prime minister. I hope this chick is as supportive of the Ukraine as Boris was. They trumped Boris's ass. He's a dick. We know he's a dick, but he's a good leader. I've got 3. $165.
Order filled.
Oh, diggity. That's a little fucking scary when I get filled quick. Order filled. Mm-hmm. We got a 5-minute bull flag building. You're looking at the 1 minute. Should have gotten short. I don't know. That 5-minute momentum looks kind of bullish. I'm watching that flag right there. If that flag fails, then that's a good indication that we're heading down further. There it goes. That 5-minute popped. I'm taking that one off right here. I didn't even realize the fucking thing ripped. Oh man, this fucking thing is coming back strong. Maybe I should not pay attention to my trades. I'm taking my second off right here. I got $400 on that first thing because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I'm second off. Yo, this is a good fucking day. Yeah, I loaded it up when I was talking about it. I put a stop in. I'm at a break even on my last piece. Yeah, it was a sweet one, man. I picked up 407 and a quarter. I got beat on my other account too. I was actually fucking with an income account when I looked up and I saw that thing was ripping. Too much going on, man. It's difficult. I took it as a flag, right? So this is the pole, the move up. Here's the retrace. I took it on the break of this bar. So I try to get in around the break of the 905.90. And I mean, you know, with options, I mean, it's hard to kind of dictate that price. So I put in my options price, and in expectation of where it should be, and I got hit. I might have gotten hit a little early. But as soon as I go in, I'd be watching for a stop here, which kind of is why I'm beating myself up, because I was in the trade and I didn't even know I was in the trade. And I wasn't watching my stop. I could have gotten hit and it turned around and I would have been beat up. So it's just something I'm trying to work out, where I could do the stream and manage all my accounts and take the trades. So looking at this 30-second bar, I've got only one left. I'm going to bring it to the 9:15 right now. So that'll be another 450 if I get hit on that. I did pretty good. I got 407 and a quarter on the second unit, and this unit, if I get stopped out, I'll get another $400. Oh, I did try to do that trade today. All right, fuck it. I'll stay in there. If it comes up, I'll get in. S&P's trying to go positive, man. Go, baby, go, baby, go. Let's take a look at these dailies. Dink, dink, dink. All right, so I'm still screaming bearish, although we got a fucking hammer. Hammer, hammer, hammer. The daily could be a hammer, and we popped out of that overvalued. I got a lot of protection there. Yeah, man, I'd like to get that 90 off. All right, I'll leave that trade out there. And this one, I think I'm going to put out there at the $1.10. So you got that double top on the 30-second right here. This could just be the mid-session reversal, and then we head back down. And we could really determine that just by doing this. Take the fib. Yeah, look, we're around the 61%. We're making tails. So this is probably just the mid-session reversal. I'd like to see us come up to 929, 930, and then turn around. That'll make a nice head and shoulders, and then we could look for a longer rebound tomorrow. And we'll have to look at how we close on the daily, because, obviously it's only 11 o'clock, but that daily may very well end up in a hammer. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Oh, wow. Look at TBT ripping, 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 ripping. That would have been a G-bone. Okay, let's finish looking at that. What are we chit-chatting about? Anybody? Would be easier if we had some sort of push to talk feature instead of typing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, I'm trying to change the forum where we could talk directly. Because, I mean, what you're doing, it would be better if you and I were speaking directly. And then, you know, we could share our thoughts or our directions on the market. And hopefully that'll help to get you consistently profitable. That 30-second momentum is fading out. That just to show the difference. I mean, this time last week we were the smallest time frame chart I would look at would be a 1 minute, and that was usually like shortly after the open. And that's just because there was nobody out there trading. Now it looks like everybody's back and working, going to work. Okay, so the daily, we're looking at that. There's the 30-minute. Could we argue that the 30-minute, the 30 minutes got that bottoming tail, and we broke that tail. We're 10 minutes in, and the bar is holding its strength, so that's pretty bullish. I bet that next 30-minute bar is going to be a bullish bar. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That should get me in these trades. I think I'm going to put this out for that. I'm out there. I'm out there. I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it. And what are we going to do? We got an inside bar on the 60. Yeah, I think I'm getting those. Composite's still grinding its way up. Russell looks like it's trying to take back some of those losses. S&P looks like the strongest of all the markets. Dow's trying to go positive, went positive briefly and then turned around. Could be getting a bearish divergence on that composite, but it's testing the high right now of this run-up. Oh, this chart sucks. 582, we got a break. We're breaking it right now. That should drag the S&P up. How we doing? We're doing good. We're getting a little overvalued. We should be getting hit on these trades. Oh, these motherfuckers are just holding out. You dirty bastards.
Order filled.
Oh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Think. Yeah, that one's going to be a hard one to get filled. Yeah, look at that 30-minute. That man, that's a strong bar. Yeah, I don't think we need to fear that 3,600. But we still got to break that 205 in order to get an uptrend. That's going to be too aggressive for the 40.55. Going to pose a lot of resistance. And we got the Fed tomorrow. Yeah, I think everything's going to close close to flat today because the Fed is talking tomorrow. Now we're hitting VWAP, would be easier. I feel like if I had 10 or 15K in my account, it would be a lot easier to catch a runner. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. And yeah, so you know, kind of a SCAD money concept. You're trading with SCAD money, and if you had two contracts, you'd catch a runner. You know, because you'd knock a little something off. You know, you're safe. You got some money in the bank. Even if you wanted to increase your risk, you know, like if you took $200 on your first contract. You know, you left a risk of $200, then, you know, you could be break even on your second looking for, you know, you could take that $200 loss on the second contract and break even on the trade looking for that runner. And that's how it happens, you know, or even if you took that 200 and then went to a break even, you know, it'll take you a little longer to catch that runner, but, you know, you'll bank 200, bank 200, bank 200, bank 200, and then, you know, 2 or 3 runners a month during the winter is not impossible, you know, or you know, arguably 1 or 2, you know, without risking a loss on the second trade, taking the second position, taking that to a break even. If you left the second position and were willing to lose the 200 to break even on the whole trade, then you probably would see 2 or 3 runners a month in the winter. So yeah, that's pretty much. But when you have one contract, it's hard, man. It's hard because you know, that bitch always whips back to the entry and things like that. Really, really hard. Hard to make money on one contract. At least for me, in my philosophy. I mean, there are some dudes that just pick the right trades, and then you got those lucky bastards, which is never me, and you know, their first trade is just a monster winner, and then, you know, they're just playing with market money. I mean, I've heard those stories time and time again also. So smell what you're stepping in there, Ant. How about micro? You will have more contracts to perform a strategy. Yeah, one contract is high. Yeah, Spidey, cool. Yeah, that's true. The cost is a little more. Because the commission relative to the value of the contract is a little more. So your cost of doing business is a little higher. But yeah, you can get into that strategy and build your account using the micros. Well, those are futures though. The micro futures. But he could do, if he's trading options right now, he could probably do it using futures, because again, the margin requirement is $500 per contract. So, you know, I mean, if you had $1,500 in a futures account, you could do 3 contracts. And I think you have to have 3,000 in it. All right, I'm just trailing this bitch, and it's doing its job. My stop now is at, you know what? I'm bringing my stop under here. So my stop is at 19.9. I'm not even paying attention. Technically, I should have been out of it already because I see an overvalued on the 5, but it retraced a little bit and pulled back. So once in a while, not paying attention pays off. And actually, I haven't paid attention at all, and this is my biggest trade of the day. Ugh, I should have taken the long. Yeah, yo, you see a flag with a strong run up, you take it. Yeah, your bias was bearish, and you're convinced you're right, so you're fighting the market. So you got to be able to go back and forth. When your bias is bearish, that's where your heaviest trades are, and yeah, but you can't deny the bullish trade. So you take a smaller position. Well, I guess you can't get much smaller than one contract, huh? So anyway, that's how I do it. I mean, this isn't. I didn't load the boat on this. I mean, it's a nice size trade, and I'm really not arguing. But I didn't load the boat. This looks like a double top. I'm moving my stop up. I'm going to take it because we're getting into that overvalued arena. So I got my stop at 933. 933.68. You see that? I should be out. That's a fucking monster run, though. That's a big trade. I mean, if I get stopped out, that's 1,300 a contract. You gotta love that. Oh, and I'm out. I guess my price was a little high. Oh, there it goes anyway. All right, cool. Wow. Wow, wow. I mean, I didn't even monitor that trade. That was like irresponsible trading. That was a gimme. So that was 400 a contract, 725 a contract, and 1,300 a contract. Yo, that's a good day. Yeah, baby, 1,300 a contract. Yo, I was in it like 6, dude. I mean, that's 27 points, bro. Yeah, I don't lend money to friends or family. I'm really, yeah, I'm considered a dick like that. A lot of people have come to me, my family, like who have, yeah, fell on hard times and asked to borrow money. And I don't know. I just have this thing. I mean, it's all about my girls, and I just can't get past that. And I get very resentful when people don't return currency to me or money to me because I feel as though they're taking it from my girls. And I'm still holding a grudge against a nephew who fucked up. Those bright light games or those little bright lights that kids used to play with. My daughter had this little bright light creation that she loved, and one of my nephews came in one day into the mountain house, and he fucked it up, and she was like so disappointed. They must have been 5. I mean, they're like 26 now. I'm still angry at them. I mean, I don't pick on the guy, but yeah, that's yeah, so um so yeah, you don't have a shot of getting 50 G's out of me. I mean, if we were out partying, it's not like I'm cheap, but something like that. But yeah, then again, my girls would be like, "Dad, I need 50K," and no problem. Even my baby mama. Yeah, well, he didn't break her bright light, but he broke one of the bright light designs, or like fucked it up, pulled out the tiles or put in more tiles. But anyway, she was upset with him. I'm still holding a grudge against the kid. I mean, the kid's about to get married. I still have the bright light picture. I'm going to fold that shit up, put it in the envelope. Be like, there. That's your wedding gift. Fuck with my babies. Hot dog. I'm getting some sort of return. Yeah, we're closing at it even today, man. The Feds tomorrow are going to rattle the markets a little bit. I'm feeling it. Feeling it. I think I'm seeing a Head and Shoulders building on the composite right now. Shouldn't be too aggressive a pullback if it happens. What do you got? That's only 30 points. Anybody gearing up for hunting season? I put out a few trail cams this weekend. Also marked some trees for harvesting maple syrup. I mean, I'm going to be up here this winter. I'm getting everything together. Took out my skis and the family skis. Get my old ass on a mountain. I'm either going to cry about being up here in the winter or I'm going to take advantage of it. So make the best of every situation. Nope, I just got to take a quick call. I'm going to just mute my mic for a minute. Yeah, and it's putting in a hammer, man. We can't call it anything until the end of the day, Anthony, until that bar ends. But yeah, it looks very positive. But just keep in mind too that you got the Fed talking, right? And the past two times he came out, crazy reactions in the market. So yeah, really what we're seeing right now, technically, long term, or at least overnight, is you got to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, what's going on in the market right now, at the moment while we're day trading, well, that's viable information. But when we consider overnight and the events of tomorrow, this is all everything that we're seeing is we just have to take it with a grain of salt, get some confirmation tomorrow. But hold on, this cat's holding for me. All right, sorry about that, folks. I'm back. I'm back. And I'm even entering a trade or two. Well, they're income trades. The 5 minute to me looks like it's losing steam and about to roll over. Yeah, well, I mean, that's hard to say, but you could see the divergence on the 30s and the divergence on the 2 minute. So a break of that previous 5 minute bar would be a break of the pivot on the 2 minute, and that's a good entry to the downside. I'm not going to take that trade because I just don't have enough arms to carry home all the money I made. No, I'm not going to take that trade because the day went oversold, and I can't take any bearish trades. But that looks like a good trade, man. And the minimum target would probably be about 14. You got about 14 points in that. That should be about 700 a contract. No, I don't understand what I did there. Nah, that's not right. That's not right, Dave. Where's my calculator? Let me pop that thing up so I know if you guys are chatting with me. You chatting with me? Yep. All right. Cool. Yeah. Just cleaning up my books. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, what time we got Fed tomorrow? We'll probably be quite affected by that trade or by that announcement. Oh, we got Powell Thursday. Right? Yeah, before the market. So tomorrow should be a quiet day. Got EIA tomorrow, and then we got a bunch of Feds talking. But Powell's going to have the. Oh, we got initial jobless claims on Thursday also. Interesting week. We shall see. This is what it is. Yeah, we look like we're putting in a topping pattern on the composite. Got some consolidation really going on. We didn't even put our opening range in today. Yo, I am off my game. Oh, that's the wrong one too. Might be range bound for the rest of the day. What was the opening? Opening range was pretty huge. This is 9:30. And it's 10:15, 10:05, 10 o'clock. Yeah, we just popping around it. And these old bars right here are like old opening ranges, and that's, we're just kind of sticking with it. Been tons of bears around here this weekend. I think they were all out for the Labor Day weekend. 11:20. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. Looking at some people who are in breach of an agreement that I have with them. They gonna get the wrath of Dave. Hey, Tommy, I was just reading your comment. I don't understand your question. Yeah, we're just grinding around now. We got the grind. So it's 11:30. I really back off my trading at this point, going into the doldrums. I'll pick it up on the second session in the afternoon. Russell's looking kind of positive, though. I think it wants to go positive or even. S&P obviously is up for the day. Dow's up for the day. This is what we're going to be looking like. Oh, wow, I could have gotten some money on those fucking things. Oh, wait. I am getting money on those things. Aight. Oh, there's something I got to consider. Let things just grind out there. My CNBC crashed. Fast morning, folks. Fast morning. I love a busy day. So how'd we do? Let's wrap it up. How'd we do today? Yo, this was a good one. All right. If you followed David today, you would have had $2,825. I'm sorry, $4,825. That should have been your take if you'd traded 3 contracts today. It was a good day, man. Lots of volatility. Setups were very obvious. Yeah, man, I need lunch too. I got to do a workout, and then I'm gonna go think about some lunch, and I got to get a chainsaw running. So workout, chainsaw, lunch, or maybe workout, lunch, chainsaw. That might be a better order. So yeah, $2,800. Nope, I'm screwing up again. It should be a $4,800 day if you traded 3 contracts. That's really not a bad day. And if you could do 30 contracts, that would have been a $48,000 day. That is what's possible in the market. You just got to get it together, have the patience, make it work. Stick to your rules, for better or for worse. And just understand, losing money is a part of the business, but net, you should be profitable. You should not have those blow-up days. So you could identify your problems as new traders. And it's usually blow-up days. A lot of people can get the hang of it, become profitable, and then have the blow-up days because of the risk management issue. And that's important. It's important that that you monitor your risk management. Impotent. And I'm not running yet, but I just want to have those little conversations about that. You know what? I think the bonds are running up ahead of Powell. Or the interest rates are running up ahead of Powell. Big move down. And bonds. I mean, they're down 2 in a 32nd. Breaking the support. Anybody got involved with that TBT, it's up $1. I mean, we were talking about it at 15 and 16. Probably this time last year. Davey, what's for lunch? You know what? I roasted up a chicken yesterday. And the family was up for the weekend. just the awesome foursome. And they really didn't do much damage on that chicken. You know, a couple of breasts left. So, although, you know, my family's all about the dark meat. The dark meat. So, yeah, I think I'm going to just whip up some chicken salad. I made some bread last night after they left. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm kind of got a hankering for a little chicken salad too. Yo, that Russell is pushing up strong. Somebody talking about something? Looks like a flag on the 30 minutes going to trigger to the hup side. Mm-mm-mm. Now we got some mixed markets here, although composite. I mean, it's really just the Russell that's down. Looks like it's trying to grind its way up. But I think everything's ending flat, close to flat. The sell-off on Friday is starting to appear that it was just knee-jerk reaction to Putin, and then the consideration of a long weekend. And people just hedged their bets. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm-hmm-hmm. Mm. Is it a fresh beef stew? Because I know you're Italian, man. I don't want to hear you eating from a can. Night and day. Oh, yeah, that's going to be nice. Yeah, I'm actually running out of venison now. I can't wait for the season to kick off. And you got to see the bucks that are running around here. I like to make a venison stew in the slow cooker. Or actually, I use a cast iron Dutch oven, and I just put it in the oven real low. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Dow's just triggering a bear flag on the 1 minute. Composites following it. Markets a mix now. Looks like we just got the grind in. Looking like a triple top on the SPX 5 minute. Momentum looks good though. It kind of feels like it's getting ready to take that move up. And actually it's kind of hanging in there, which means it's stronger than the other markets. So if the other markets turn around, this is the place to go long. So for the afternoon, if it doesn't happen before, I'd keep an eye on a break of this. I'd watch this high for the break. Chickens ate all your strawberries. Yeah, I got some duck eggs in my incubator that I'm incubating. And I got about 8 eggs in there. So they should hatch on the 28th of this month. And they say it's 80%. This farm said they've been getting 80% hatch rate out of their eggs. So I should have 6.5 ducks. Not really looking forward to that half duck. And I think in October I'm gonna incubate about 20 Cornish game hen crosses. Maybe November. So they'll be hatched in December. They'll probably be feathered up and ready to go out. The Pekin ducks, and I like duck eggs. You know, I'd rather have 1 duck egg than 2 chicken eggs, and they're excellent to cook with, and just more nutritious. And I like the taste. So I'm rearing them, and really I just need 1 duck to produce eggs. But the drakes are definitely destined for the pot. But I figured I'd do 8, maybe. You know, if things go wrong, you know, I end up with 3 ducks. One of them's got to be a female at least. And the Pekins are nice ducks. I mean, you know, they're friendly. You know, as long as you're calm and cool with them, they grow well. They're resilient, and they're good alarms. So when I have chickens, as long as I have ducks in there, if any predator starts to approach the coop, the ducks are loud. And they even, you know, notify you when people come to your house. So you could, you know, you could use them to just as an indicator. Figured I would train this one to attack. And I had, when I first got on my boat, I had a Pekin, and I took it on the boat with me, and it used to hang out with me for, you know, hop off the boat, go swim, come back, and everything. I was in a bay, a beautiful bay, and it was surrounded by a lot of mansions and stuff. And I think the duck took off, waddled up onto a mansion, and was fed by some folks, and decided to adopt that as their home, as its home, and ended up staying there. So anyway, I like traveling with them. So I would keep the duck and take it on the boat with me. And, you know, when I'm out, I have fresh eggs if I'm off. Because, I mean, next season I really expect to go somewhere extreme. So having the duck is good. I mean, it's just a problem getting him into countries when I check in. I got to watch what countries I go to. But what I've done before is I've just thrown the duck in the water and it swam off, you know, while customs inspected my boat, and then I went and picked the duck up later on. So that might be the plan. You've never had duck eggs? Yeah, they're good, man. They're good. A lot of people are like squeamish about trying them, but I mean, they're just big. It's like just a giant chicken egg, but they're very good. Last year, someone drove by and threw a rooster into my yard. Now we have hatchlings. Hey, that's pretty good. Nice new bloodline. I remember my first incubating experience. I think I had like 20 eggs. I got one chicken out of it. And we called it Isa chick. And that's Tagalog for one chick. And it was a real sweet chicken. But I hired this dude as like a property management. And, while my family and I were traveling and stuff like that. And so we took off. And I forget, I think we were in Guyana or something that season. And when we got back, the rooster or Isa chick was so aggressive, man. Just so aggressive. And I think this dude was just abusive with this bird. I mean, it was like a family pet. But then when we got back, you couldn't get next to it. And I mean, there were a bunch of chickens around and stuff like that, but it was always very cool when we were amongst the flock and the chicks were running around, the chickens were running around. But afterwards, he just any human just didn't want humans around. And just the guy's language, the help's language, he just seemed like he was a hostile dude. So, yeah, it was unfortunate. And then Chicken Hawk came in and got Isa chick one day. It's hard to keep chickens and ducks up here unless you have some protective animal. Looks like we're making a move up towards the resistance, and we'll probably get a break there. I think it's going to be very aggressive this break because the other markets which were falling, the S&P did not fall at all. Now they're retracing, and if the composite breaks its high of the day, the Russell is pushing up. Everything's pushing up pretty aggressively. And if they start breaking the highs of the day, this S&P is really going to take off. All right, I'm going to take my leave right here, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. I appreciate all that. If anybody made some money with me, yo, you should have made some money, 4,800. Tip the channel, man, so we could share the wealth amongst everybody who helps produce this and do a little more work on it. So I appreciate that. And, hey, watch that. Support on the that resistance on the 5 minute. That's probably the afternoon trade you'll be looking for. Or if you're looking at a 240, you could look at a 240 futures. You see we're building a hammer, and you could take that break of that hammer. On the 30s, same resistance we're watching on the 5s. So, yeah, you got some money to make on these trades. And we'll talk about the daily hammer tomorrow morning. So, again, I appreciate it. And